Hey, I'm back. This race to continue. I'm actually at work. It's kind of slow doing the midnight shift and everything. I hope I'm not making you guys dizzy as I'm like spinning around in the chair. So I noticed a lot of you were really into the Mandela effect. I'm like infatuated with this thing ever since I heard about it. I've been really kind of researching it. Actually I'm not even looking at the camera right now. I'm actually watching or looking at the computer screen, just kind of talking and reading at the same time. But I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a follow up. I'm probably going to be doing this on the regular as I find more and more cool, stuff about the Mandela effect. Some of the little examples I actually just found today was like Jif peanut butter that supposedly was never Jiffy peanut butter. It's always been Jif. And I totally remember Jiffy peanut butter. That's friggin' nonsense. Like it totally was. And then Fruit Loops. Supposedly, like it's always been FROOT loops. But that's not even fruit. That's fruit. Like no, I always remember it. The proper way to say fruit or spell fruit. One that I came across. This one's interesting. The Ghostbuster TV show. Some people remember it being called Taps. The odd thing is, I kind of remember something about that. Not fully. Maybe it was a pilot called Taps. But also, some people remember it being the real Ghostbusters. Some people just remember it as the Ghostbusters cartoon show. One that I actually found really interesting is the Jesus statue in, is it Peru or Brazil? Well, both of them actually, in some sort of way. But one specifically that I was looking at. Um, but I always remember it being ginormous. That it just like took up the whole hilltop and everything. It was like, you know, I remember someone even climbing it, and because it was like huge ordeal. But supposedly it's not like what was it originally supposed to be, like over 300, 400 feet tall. Now it's like a regular sized statue basically. Um, I think something really is going on. Like a lot of people are like, well, our memory is flawed and blah blah blah. That's true. I mean, I don't get me wrong. You hear about your parents telling you some wild tales and they always embellish things or don't quite get things right. But I mean, when I went around asking people about the Bernstein Bears, I mean, 10 out of 10 said, yeah, it's Bernstein, not Stain. Sex in the City, not Sex and the City. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, not in this neighborhood. Um, you know, I mean, I don't know, it's interesting to research this, but I do think that something is going on. I mean, conspiracy people are saying, it's the clash of timelines and that type of stuff, and it may be. I mean, who knows? Um, but to say that we all remembered, you know, all together something totally different, I think it's kind of far fetched to believe that. But um, sorry, I'm trying to pull up some stuff. Try to stay awake too. I'm tired. Um, but I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that this is some sort of time dispersion, that timelines are colliding? I mean, this is no new theory about time travel and how exactly time works, and you know, from black holes to string theory and such. I mean, scientists have been talking about time travel for a very long time. And they've warned us too about the dangers of it. Maybe some of the dangers is that, as time is traveled, that, it messes with other things, whether it's a smaller one or not. Um, but, oh, here's one. Jane Goodall. Um, Supposedly, if no one knows who Jane Goodall was, um, I was actually a huge fan of hers. That she went into the jungle doing research on gorillas. Uh, you know, at the height of, I mean, it's still going on, but as they were being poached, um, and it says that, I mean, by record, she never died back then. As of 214, she was still alive and well at the age of 80. Uh, but I remember that she got killed by poachers because she kept stepping on their toes in Rwanda, and it's in the movie too, which is the funny thing. But she's alive, so why exactly did they go as far to make the movie as much of a kind of documentation of her life and her research when and make such a big blunder that she died? I gotta look this one up a little bit more. Um, I'm gonna be honest. This one's like so new. I mean, I literally just read this. This told news to me. It's so weird. You know, it kind of would explain like some stuff. Like, ever have, you know, like things are going certain ways, and then out of the blue, your life just kind of, maybe not your whole life, but like a part of your life just shifts. Like maybe a personal connection with someone uh, shifts around. That it goes from, you know, really good friends to all of a sudden like your mortal enemies over something stupid. One remembers an event one way, another one remembers the event another way, and I mean, it's nothing new, but I mean, yeah, it could. I mean, when it comes down to personal experiences, it's harder to isolate down. I mean, when I was bringing up the stuff about the Berenstain Bears and Sex and the City, people in an interview, um, people were saying, well, how is this, so what, how is this affecting us? But, this is how we catch on the bigger aspect, that it's things like Berenstain Bears, Sex and the City, Interview with a Vampire, tons of viewership, tons of fans. So it's more accurate to relay that, all these people all remember it as one thing. But when it comes to like one, two, three people, nothing can be considered accurate or, you know, I mean, if it was like a court of law, it would be thrown out in a heartbeat. You know, I mean, there's some crazy stories
floating around. I'll definitely, as I dig up more like intimate stories, I'll share more. And also like send me stuff. I want to hear more about this. Um, Time travel and the effects of time travel have been big thing for me. And the more that I look at everything, I'm not going to say this person, that person, whatever sources. I mean, I think that we have in some way done time travel or will. There's a possibility to, we keep when talking about like time travel and the effects of it, and that like this could be some sort of time anomaly, uh, some sort of shift. I personally think that the most plausible might be, this is a side effect of time travel, and everyone that I kind of talk about, it's like, but we don't know how to time travel. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're all thinking now, um, but you know, who says that in the future? We didn't figure out. Time is infinite. At some point in the future, I mean, if we could come up with some sort of theory, like if Einstein could come up with theories of how to time travel and such, I mean, imagine 600 years from now, taking those theories and progressing them forward and forward and forward. And if you don't know much about the Philadelphia experiment or the Manhattan Project, research those. I mean, those are kind of smoking guns to. There possibly been time travel experiments already. Successful or not, that's debatable. Did they continue? Who knows? But I mean, there's enough stuff to kind of make you say, well, it could have been something. I mean, something was going on. Whether it was time travel or not, who knows? I mean, that's the problem with a lot of this stuff when your mainstream media is telling you one thing, and it's like you can't, when you're doing your own personal research, it's so hard to like know what's true or not, going back and forth. um, you know, I mean, I love doing my own research. I like finding, connecting the dots, because a lot of the time, you know, accounted history isn't any history. I mean, I forget exactly the famous line or who even said it. History is written by those that win the wars, and I mean it's true. You're not going to win a war if you're the bad guy. You're not going to say, oh, depict you in the story as the villains that conquered. You were the heroes. I mean, look at Nazi Germany. They validated everything about themselves to their people, and people bought into it. That's the thing. When people don't believe that media or anything like that is really dangerous, we're a society with amnesia, and we forget that back then, and still now, people buy into this stuff. I mean, we have it here in America. We have it, they have it in Russia, China, and such. There's always this propaganda going on. But I'm, sorry, I'm trying to find a little something, like a little kernel of something else to kind of share with you guys. Because, I mean, it's just so much stuff. I mean, there's a lot in here. I mean, to be honest, like, I really should just, like, sit down and make a whole list without answers and, you know, ask you guys, what you think. You know, do you think, you know, you know, I want to know what you guys think without looking it up, fair, see how much of, not just like percentage wise of you guys knowing, but of the Mandela effect questions, uh, you know, what you guys believe. Like how many of them you. Because, I mean, I mean, we're still in speculation here. Of course we are. We're going to be speculating forever, really. Um, but, I mean, you know, the theory goes that, the reason why some of us remember some of it and some of us don't is that, you know, timelines intersected. It's not like we're all in this, we all got affected in different ways. We all, it's like our memories carried over from different time rifts, basically, and coming into this one, which, I mean, I may go deeper one day on this because it's interesting, but it makes your head explode once you talk about time and the infinite possibilities. You know, I believe that actually I'm coming to believe that all time is not here's your past, present, future. I think that time is on all accesses, 360 everything, like, and can even coincide over top of other timelines and dimensions at the same like yeah. I don't think that time is what we think it is, and I don't think that time even completely moves forward. I think time is actually very temperamental, and I think that it can shift any which way. I mean, put it this way, you know, if we skipped a whole day, if say an anomaly happens and time is shifted a whole day ahead, we would never know because there's no way to really measure it. Only the devices that are planted within this, this existence as we know it, is our only way to catalog it. So, I mean, time itself is just a fabrication like anything else. Maybe even, try not to get too into this. I could go on and on. If you guys want me to bring it on and on about this shit, fuck it. I'll do it. Don't take anything that I'm saying like to heart, and don't think that I'm telling you this is exactly how it is. All right, this is me like taking in the information and brainstorming ideas. I'm not some crazy scientist that can tell you Einstein's theory of relativity, like in every nuance and every detail or anything like that. This much more of like a hobby side, but I enjoy it. I mean, I'm more than just your average. I'm more than your average bear, boo boo. um, no, I've done enough um, research. And before I go, I want to actually pose this question to you guys. Okay,
Here's the question: could the Mandela effect itself be a Mandela effect? Bear with me on this. I think I mentioned in the video about the Mandela effect that it was very weird how, I'm all into this crazy, like, alternative science, conspiracy theories, and that type of stuff. Yet, until about not even a month ago, I found the Mandela effect. And, I mean, it's near impossible for me to find anything new in the way of conspiracy theories and such. So, could it be possible? Did this, rift over onto us as its own? Um, might even explain why some, like older history, we find out that it was a lie or whatever. Maybe at some point it wasn't a lie. Maybe it became a lie later on, which is why so many historians believe that it was a different way. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there. I love you all. Um, you know, seriously, chat me up. I'm more than happy to, discuss this and theories and like I want to hear more. I want to hear from you guys. So, by the way, you like it? My office back here? See, we got some green here. It's like being outside, though. As I keep giving you like a 360 or whatever, 180, look at the place. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon and make some more videos, and you guys keep watching those videos. I like seeing those videos. I was amazed actually. I'm still starting out, but that Mandela effect video like blew up. On my level, it blew up. Okay, not like a couple million views. And I just realized how long this video is going. I tend to rant. I like making these longer videos though. I feel like it's a one-sided conversation, but it doesn't have to be a one-sided conversation because you can comment and we can make this a two-sided. So I'm going to end it there, but I will talk to you guys soon I promise I'll get more stuff, or find more stuff, more examples, and wow, that light in the back is crazy on the camera. Just, anyway, yeah. It's, what? 5:30 in the morning. I'm a little loopy. Sorry, my head isn't quite in there. I'm rambling again, but I also want to apologize. The last couple of videos I did, I don't know why I was just off my game. I'm not as the Skillman one I kind of liked, but I just kind of didn't feel I don't know myself. So I apologize to all of you. I've been really trying to bring up the quality of these videos, and I really want everything to go to this next level at some point. Tell me like would you rather me just kind of sit here like I am right now, just talking into the camera and swiveling around and make you dizzy?
You know, uh, I don't know what you guys like, so tell me. And that's, I mean, I saw that you all were watching the Mandela effect, so I was like, yeah, okay, we could do more Mandela effect. I love this topic. So I mean, you know, this is a channel that you guys. This is a channel for you guys to help shape and mold. I mean, I'm still doing what I enjoy, but you guys can give me, you know, direction to what works and what doesn't, because I want this to get bigger and better, and I don't want this to stay at this level and be a forgotten little corner of YouTube. Um, but I'm humble enough that I don't need like a giant channel. I just want viewers that I can have a conversation with, really, and maybe get paid. That would be nice. But anyway, uh, sorry, I have a bad habit of rambling. That's it. I'm ending. I swear to God, I'm ending it. Um, for me, it's a good night. To you, for you, it's good morning. So, or whatever time you're watching this, because post it. You can watch it anytime. So, good night, good morning, good afternoon, Merry Christmas, Happy St. Patrick's Day. I know now we're going through time rifts. We just jumped from St. Patrick's Day to Christmas. But anyway, have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully, I won't be so. I'm gonna freeze frame on that, so you guys know. That's how you're gonna see me until the next video.